Coming up on 8 o'clock here on BT, welcome back. It is a welcome sight for Torontonians buried under back-to-back snowstorms. Convoys of snowblowers clearing the buildup from the streets and the sidewalks, blasting that snow into waiting dump trucks to haul it away. But it could still be weeks before the roads are clear. Joining me now for more on the city's snow removal efforts, General Manager Barbara Gray and Director Vincent Sferrazza of Transportation Services. Thank you both for being here this morning. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Good morning.
Good morning.
So the city has said that this is going to take 3 weeks. Toronto got 2 snowstorms in the middle of February. Why is it going to take 3 weeks to clear?
I think in addition to just getting them one right after the other, it's the amount of snow that gets left behind and then also the temperatures. So as you probably experienced, it's extremely cold out there and it's going to be cold for the next few weeks. So when we have that much snow in a relatively short amount of time, it does take a while to remove it because we have to move pretty quickly into removal operations, which we started last week and will now continue on at all critical locations throughout the city over the next couple of weeks.
While I can appreciate that this is more snow than what we're typically used to, I mean, again, it's the middle of winter. You know, this is expected. What is it particularly that is going to make this stretch on for weeks?
Right. There's a few factors that'll take. One, as Barbara mentioned, it's extremely cold and the snow is not going anywhere. We didn't get any melting, and as a result, what you see is rather 6-8 foot high snow piles on the side of a road, on the sidewalks. And when you get that amount of snow and that cold temperatures, plowing is no longer effective. And I like to use this analogy that to plow a 1 kilometer local road takes 5 to 10 minutes. To remove snow on that same stretch, 10 hours.
Why does it take 10 hours?
It takes 10 hours for a number of reasons. One, you are using heavy, slow-moving equipment. These are blowers, these are front-end loaders that take the snow, collect it, and put it into a dump truck. And the dump truck then has to travel to our dump site and come back. But we have a whole convoy of trucks. The other reason why is they're working in very tight spaces, limited spaces, local roads, sidewalks, cycling infrastructure. And you have to be very careful. We don't know what's in that pile of snow. There could be furniture, there could be other items. So it takes a lot of time. It's very meticulous, slow-moving work. It's effective, but it is slow-moving.
As I'm sure you can appreciate, though, you know, people with disabilities, for instance, people with mobility issues, they've been, you know, locked in for days now. To not have our, you know, streets and our sidewalks safe and accessible for this period amount of time can have a huge impact on people's lives. Is there no other, like, efficient way to move that snow?
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that we really feel very strongly and have changed our snow removal plan in the last couple of years, where we now have sidewalk snow plowing downtown, where we didn't used to have that before. We do place a pretty significant focus on making sure that our transit stops are accessible, that the main street sidewalks are clear and accessible very, very quickly into this type of a snow event. I think it's the side streets that continue to be challenging for people. I do want to reassure people that they should call 311 if they have specific accessibility issues that are making it difficult for them to get out. We do have crews, not only on our sidewalk plows, but also hand crews that can come out and assist. And we've been doing that since the beginning of the storm and will continue to do so.
Where are we in the operation right now? How is snow removal efforts going? Do you still expect it to take, you know, into March?
I think we want to give people kind of the worst case scenario. We're working 24/7. We're trying to do the main roads overnight so that it's least impactful in terms of traffic congestion, et cetera, and do the local roads during the daytime. And if we can get it done sooner, we will absolutely get it done sooner. I think we're going to have a little bit of warmer weather this afternoon. So, you know, we track the weather sort of moment by moment. And so that will help us a little bit, but it will get into cold temperatures again. Heading into next week.
So we are into day 3 of approximately 3-week period. So we appreciate everyone's frustration. We understand that it is difficult to get around. This was not a normal event, but we are working literally around the clock. We had crews out last night, and we will continue to have crews out today, and the weekend will be no different. Yeah. It will be a 24/7 operation. As of yesterday, we have already collected 40,000 tons of snow in the matter of just over 2 days. So we are putting all our forces, all of our efforts on snow removal. And to Barbara's point about sidewalks, we have prioritized sidewalks because we appreciate that accessibility and mobility is very important.
What comes after this?
Well, we continue to do cleanup. We'll probably have, as we did yesterday when we did snow removal on one of the streets, we were out on the beach yesterday, then our sidewalk plows continue to go through to salt and to make sure those areas are now sort of reset, if you will. So we'll continue to do that. I did want to take a moment to thank people who have been moving their cars off of main streets. We know that's also an inconvenience, but that gives us the ability to plow much quicker. So trying to make it go faster. If there are cars on the street, then we have to either get them towed or move them. And so we really appreciate people who have been moving their cars. Want to remind people not to park on streetcar tracks or impeding the streetcar, because a lot of people are trying to get around on transit. And also, as Vince mentioned, we know this is a frustrating and a challenging time, but please be assured that we're working around the clock to get the job done.
Okay, I have to leave it there. I've run out of time. Thank you both so much for coming in this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.